In this video, we're going to explore 5 mind-bending theories that challenge everything you thought you knew about reality. Some of them are scientific, some are philosophical, and some are just unsettling. Let's dive into theory number 1. Theory 1. The simulation hypothesis. What if your entire life, your memories, your choices, everything, is part of a simulation? That's exactly what the simulation hypothesis suggests. The idea is that a highly advanced civilization, somewhere in the future, has the computing power to simulate entire realities, including conscious beings like you. Think about it. If it's possible to simulate consciousness and if future civilizations would be curious enough to do it, then statistically, there could be billions of simulated worlds for every one real world. That means the odds you're in the real one, pretty low. Even tech experts like Elon Musk and philosophers like Nick Bostrom take this theory seriously. The weirdest part, there is no easy way to prove we re-inside a simulation. Unless the creators want us to know, some déjà vu, glitches in memory, strange coincidences. They're bugs in the code. If the universe is so massive, with billions of stars and even more planets, where's everybody? That's the heart of the Fermi paradox. The contradiction between high estimates of alien life and our complete lack of contact with it. Enter one possible explanation: the zoo theory. This theory suggests that intelligent alien civilizations are out there, but they're deliberately avoiding us. Why? Because we're too primitive, too unstable, or maybe they're waiting for us to evolve morally, intellectually, before making contact. Just like we observe animals in a zoo without disturbing them, they could be watching us from a distance. Curious, silent, invisible. Some scientists even believe that radio silence might be intentional, like a galactic quarantine. So next time you look at the stars and wonder why they're so quiet, maybe it's not because no one's there. Maybe it's because we're not ready. What if everything you know, your friends, your memories, even this moment, is all just a glitch in the void? That's the eerie idea behind the Boltzmon brain theory. And it's not science fiction, it's actually rooted in physics. Here's how it works. In thermodynamics, there's a principle that says order tends to break down into chaos. But given infinite time, random particles can also reassemble themselves into order purely by chance. Austrian physicist Ludwig Boltzmann proposed that maybe our universe formed out of such a rare fluctuation. But then others asked, if randomness can create something, why would it create an entire universe? Why not just a single brain, complete with thoughts, memories, and self? Statistically, that's far more likely. A lone thinking brain popping out of chaos takes way less energy than crafting galaxies, laws of physics, and billions of years of evil. And if that's true, then you might be nothing more than a temporary blip, a conscious flash in the dark, imagining your entire life in an instant, your childhood, fake, your relationships, constructs, even your body. Just a part of the illusion and a wild part. If you were a Boltzmann brain, you'd never know, because your hallucination would feel as real as anything else. But physicists reject this theory because it leads to a paradox. If most observers are fake, how can we trust our observations? But others argue that in an eternally fluctuating universe, Boltzmann brains might outnumber real beings. So the question is, what if you're not who or what you think you are? Let's say intelligent life is common, with billions of stars and planets out there. Shouldn't we have seen evidence of aliens by now? But we haven't. That's where the Great Filter comes in. The Great Filter is a theory that tries to answer the Fermi paradox, the mystery of why we haven't found any other advanced civilizations in the universe. It suggests that somewhere along the path from simple life to spacefaring intelligence, there's a nearly impossible barrier, a filter that very few, if any, civilizations ever survive. Let's break it down. Maybe life itself is rare, or maybe complex organisms almost never evolve, or maybe intelligent species almost always destroy themselves through war, environmental collapse, or runaway technology before they ever leave their planet. Now here's the chilling part. We don't know if the Great Filter is behind us or ahead of us. If it's behind us, if evolving intelligent life was the hardest part, then we might be special, maybe even safe. But if the filter is ahead, that means every advanced society reaches a point where it fails. And we just haven't hit ours yet. Maybe nuclear war, maybe AI, maybe ecological collapse. Whatever it is, no one makes it past that final test. And if that's true, then humanity might be racing toward a wall it can TC, and want to survive. So the next time we wonder why the universe is so quiet, maybe it's not empty, maybe it's full of graves. What if you've lived this exact moment, not once, but millions of times before? That's the idea behind the time loop hypothesis. The possibility that time is not a straight line but a closed loop, and everything, including you, is doomed to repeat forever. Let's start with the science. Some cosmologists propose that if the universe is finite yet unbounded, it could eventually collapse in on itself, a so-called Big Crunch, and after that, another Big Bang, a new universe, a reset, possibly identical, possibly not. If this cycle continues infinitely, it opens the door to a terrifying possibility: eternal recurrence. The idea that you will live your life over and over again in exactly the same way. Philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche famously imagined this. He called it the heaviest burden, the idea that every joy, every mistake, every loss you've experienced will return forever. And the weirdest part, some physicists argue that if time is truly symmetrical, meaning it flows the same forward and backward, then everything that has happened must happen again, not just randomly, but as a fundamental feature of reality. So that feeling of déjà vu, that strange sense that you've seen this before, maybe you have, maybe you're stuck in the loop, and maybe you always have been. So, what do all these theories really mean? Whether it's a simulated world, a universe that loops forever, or a future we might not survive, one thing becomes clear: we don't understand reality as well as we think we do. We like to believe the world is solid, logical, stable, but the deeper we look, through science, philosophy, or even math, the more the ground beneath us starts to shake. Maybe you're real, maybe you're not, maybe you'll live again, or maybe this is your only shot. But here's the question that matters most. If you can't be sure of the nature of reality, then what will you choose to believe in? Because in the face of infinite unknownness, maybe the most powerful thing we still control is the meaning we give to our own existence. Let me know in the comments, which theory shook you the most? And what do you think is actually real?